Hi there, I'm Allie Elliott.
Hi, I hope you can hear me okay. And now this song is ruined for me forever because that's all I'm going to hear. How is everybody? I'm Allie Elliott. Welcome to the stream today. I don't know if that's as loud to you as it is to me, but we are cranking up the Christmas music. This is my final Santa session and I'm almost done with it. So I'm gonna get these done, and then I've got a senior that is coming for her second part of her session. The first part was in the summer, so it's gonna be a real switcheroo. So we had Santa last weekend, but why it's doing that? Do I have something selected somewhere? I must have. Hey, Maple. Sounds good, sounds good. Okay, is it still loud? Cool, cool, cool. How's it going, Maple and Low Bass? What did I miss? I have 2 questions, and I wrote them down because I know I'd forget them. And I did. But so the most important one is, if you could have Thanksgiving dinner with one TV family, who would it be? You can take a minute, that's okay. You don't want to get this wrong. Mine would have always been the Cosbys until, more recent events came to light. So what I'm saying is I don't have good judge of character. I guess. Exactly. You just have to know where you're at. There aren't a lot of Thanksgiving movies. And I spent the entire last stream talking about my favorite one. From the Andy Griffith Show. I don't remember that. I just remember the whistling. And I can't do whistling, so that was a no for me. And I also think I might be thinking of Lassie. But I watched those on Nick at Night. Uh-oh. Erling Holland fell over. So, I've been saying for like a year that like next week is going to be a little more chill. And I think we are finally, after today, going to be at a chill week. I didn't think about the food. There wouldn't be a lot of TV families that I could eat their food. I'm going in hard on Christmas music already, but what did I get for Black Friday? I got nothing. I had big plans and I got none of it. So I'm thinking maybe Cyber Monday. Maybe that's more where I'm going to find my Christmas magic this year, because I got nothing. Did you get anything? I feel like I've gotten a lot more emails today than I did for Black Friday. So I'm hoping that means there's better stuff going on. I might get a new camera body. Oh my gosh, I just placed a whole bunch of client orders before I got on here, so I'm getting all the emails now. This fall has been probably the busiest 4 months of my life. Just absolutely insane. Didn't buy anything, but well, I'm sorry for your depression, but I don't know. Are you excited about a new laptop? Because I don't like change. So a new laptop would be more stressful for me than exciting, because what just happened? I heard a noise. Hey, new follower, thank you. Sometimes I hear notifications and sometimes I don't. Okay, well, if you're excited, I'm excited. Hey, LXE photo. How's it going? Welcome to stream. I need to know your, in order to enter here, I need to know your TV family that you would have Thanksgiving dinner with. The Cosby Show and Andy Griffith have been taken somewhat cautiously. I had to get a new laptop last year. And I mean, had to, like, it was rough. Like, the old laptop she was sad. But I don't, like, when I know where everything is and I'm comfortable with it, I don't want to change anything. Don't really watch live action shows. We don't either. That's why Andy Griffith's show and Cosby Show were already taken. You're in good hands. But it doesn't have to be real people. Could go. My sister would probably pick the Smurfs. I'm on board with that. Aw. You know, I was thinking about that. I don't really watch shows anymore until they've been off the air for a while. And then you can just watch the whole series all at the same time. But the only things that I watch now, and this is gonna say a lot about me that you might not want to hear, but I only watch Real Housewives. Hey, welcome to the team. Oh, nice. Okay, can oh gosh, what did I just do? I'll give you a follow. Yes. I'm still learning. I've only been here like 2 years. Oh, cosplay. Okay. That's my kids' arena. So I don't know who anybody is. And sometimes I don't know whether or not it's cosplay. So, okay, wouldn't let you do the shout out command. Do I need to do something? Do I need to change something? I forgot how to do everything when I came back. And I did better than last year. That's right, only I can do it. And also I can't do it because I don't know how. So, I don't think I turned anything off. I think you're a thing on here. Admin? Is it an admin on here? I feel like I'm breathing heavy. I've been listening to, so through all this busyness, I've been listening to like Audible while I edit. And I tried listening to podcasts, but I can't listen to podcasts because everybody breathes into their microphones and it makes me crazy. Okay. Oh, wait. Do I have a space? At LX. It says no matches. Will it still work? Did that work? Oh, it worked! Yay! You even got a little song. And thank you, Low Bass, for your technical expertise. This little guy, he's not sure. He's not sure about this whole situation. He actually was super jazzed. So I just caught him at a nervous moment. Yes. Look at this teamwork. Had a ghost. Makes the dream work, that's for sure. Oh, I'm sorry. And they made Shrek. Oh, yeah. It was a big deal. I was in high school when Shrek came out, and I was a nanny. And I took the kids that I was nannying to see Shrek in the movies. And I remember a few of the jokes being like, oh, I hope they don't get them. I hope they don't understand what's happening here. But I haven't seen it since then, so I have no idea. It was probably not that bad. And listen, as far as streaming goes, I can tell you that sometimes during soccer season and the busiest portrait season, I'll be gone for literal months at a time, and every time I come back, the whole fam is here. Shrek 2 is gold? I find that hard to believe. Is that so? No. I haven't. I'm afraid. I don't think I have. Maybe I have. Maybe have I blocked it? I don't know. So are you saying Shrek would be your family that you would have dinner with? Do you only listen to Smash Mouth? Do you ever watch a show like from your childhood that was like absolute top-notch, absolute favorite, and then you watch it again and you're like, I don't remember it going down like that. It's not a good movie, as it turns out. I tend to watch the same like 5 movies over and over for the last 20, 30 years. Adam West Batman, is that the old one? There's only one Batman, and it's Christian Bale. I said it. I haven't actually seen any of the Batmans all the way through. I'm going completely based on the cover. Although Lego Batman gives him a run for his money. I love a Lego Batman, but I know him more from the Lego movie. Not my Batman. It's a divisive question. I know. Ooh. I have never heard of Kevin Conroy in my whole entire life. Will I know what he looks like? I'm gonna look him up. Nope. Oh, wait, is he just the voice? That's why I don't know him. My son would know him. Oh, well then, yeah, he probably is. He gets to be Batman. I'll give that to him. As long as you don't say Ben Affleck. I'm not sure who thought that was a good idea. What's that? It's a vibey little Christmas track. Oh my gosh. I cannot think of any other TV families. Maybe Modern Family. They seem fun. But it's been a long while since I've watched them. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody important. And sometimes I forget I'm supposed to be talking. I forget that what's happening. He'll never get his own Batman movie. Everybody was against Michael Keaton. He's got a little bit of a, he's got a creep factor. Was Michael Keaton the one in American Beauty? Or is that somebody else? Now I have to look that up. Oh, no, that wasn't him. Maybe that wasn't the name of it. It was creepy. Kevin, no. That's not Kevin Spacey, is it? Is that what he looks like? Ugh. All right, so Michael Keaton has gotten a bad rap. What camera do I photograph with? An actual photography question, let's go. So it's gonna be a disappointing answer, I'm sorry to say. I have used the same two camera bodies for 14 years, and they are Nikon D300S with Tamron lenses. They're literally duct taped together. I do use, I made a camera out of an oatmeal container. And she worked. And I bought a mirrorless new body this year and immediately shipped that baby back. Get out of here. I like a camera with a little character. I want to know where she's been. Truly though, I need a new camera this year and I need to just probably do it. But I am a creature of habit. I am absolutely scared of change. But I thought once I did it, like, I dislike returning things more than I'm scared of change. But that's how much I hated that camera. So I'm just gonna get maybe a full sensor, not a crop sensor version of mine. So all the controls, everything's in the same place. Baby steps. Okay, and I have an actual photography related question. While you're pondering your TV or movie, we'll open that up to movies. Although that would be Family Stone. That's a good family. Underrated Christmas movie. Although it has always bugged me that they trade. Spoiler alert. Don't. It's pretty predictable, so I don't feel like I'm spoiling much. There you go. Honestly, I love my cameras, and I've never felt a need to change them. They're just getting less reliable now, and I can't have that. This is my bread and butter. I guess I'm gonna lose my voice too. Looking back at these last few months is just... Oh, you love mirrorless. Sell us on it. You are now the mirrorless spokesperson, and you have to tell us why. Because I cannot articulate what I hated about that thing. But it was just like, it felt small, and I had to pop my back. hope that wasn't audible because that's gross. Because that's the thing. I tried listening to podcasts and everybody's like breathing into the microphone. And like if I hear somebody smack their lips once, it's game over. I will not hear any words they say. Time to find a new one. So I've been listening to, this week I was listening to Britney Spears' book on Audible while I edit. And it's actually, it makes me very sad for her. It's kind of a hard listen. And don't judge me by my Santa photos. This is the one time a year that I do any kind of limitation on my images, like a time limitation or anything like that. But it's really, this is not as much about the pictures as it is about this experience for the kids. Because this Santa, he's the real deal. He is so good. Oh, okay. So I've gotten some. It was weird at first. Okay, so I didn't even do that. It's like, you know what? This is too different. And I am getting out of here. Let me out of this car. So, all right. Let's go over my big fat failure of this year where I applied to I can see that. Okay, I thought maybe I was just a little like extra sensitive because I have a tendency to get dizzy easily. I sound like a drama queen, but okay, why can't I find my, maybe I deleted it actually. Okay, so I applied. ASP is the American Society of Photographers, and it's very elite group. You have to be invited to it, and you have to have at least one degree from Professional Photographers of America. So I've been a member of ASP for 3 years, and that's how long you have to have been a member to apply for fellowship. So I did my portfolio, and you send in prints. So I'm going to scroll through these and tell you the titles because the titles are important. So this, which I edited on stream this year, is Audacity of this. Yes. You know what? They bailed me out. They bailed me out on the side of the road. Hey! Welcome, welcome. Thank you. I'll get you back. Let me see if I can remember how to do it. Yes. Coming on up. Welcome. Yay. Thank you so much. Let me see if I can remember how to do a shout out. Does the thing go before it? Impeccable. Yes. Let me see. Did that work? No. It didn't let me do it. Dang it. See, I pushed it because... Oh, do I do it right? It's a learning curve, okay? I'll try that again later. Everybody go. Give her a like. Okay, so this is Audacity of the Sun, and this is completely a composite. Oh, good. Okay, I've got my cheat sheet now. Low Base is giving me my cheat sheet. Is there a space after shout out, or do you just go for it? Yes. Let me cook. What would we do without you, Lil Bass? There'd be no shout outs. It would be so sad. Okay, this is Audacity to the Sun. So what's funny about this is I built this composite on stream, so you can go back and see that, because it started as like they were kind of trash photographs. And then through all the spring competitions, it did beautifully, and I refined it, and I felt like I was in a good place. And then it went to the big competitions and like sucked. And it was part of this portfolio. So you send in 25 images and like a thesis paper. This is so you'll remember. This is from last year. This is my dad and daughter in memory of my mom. Yes, enjoy your traffic. Whistle the Andy Griffith theme song and come and hang out with us later. Because I'm back. It's wintertime and I am back. Yes, be careful driving home. There was ice out. There was ice out this morning. Okay, yes, my 2 important questions. Number 1 is what family, TV or movie family, would you have Thanksgiving dinner with? That's obviously the most important one. But the other one is, so I remember this article from a long time. This is kind of the time of year where I brainstorm and I plan and I go through my notebooks and start preparing stuff for exhibitions and for competitions for next year. So I can use this slower period around the holidays to shoot the images for those and then create when I have time. So I saw a thing where several friends just put titles into a hat and like would draw one out. So that's what I want you guys. My question for you guys is send me either on here or on YouTube in comments or messages or Instagram. My Instagram, I'm going to be real shameless here. And post my Instagram because I would love to hear just random phrases or words or whatever pops in your head that could be an image title, and kind of set some boundaries for myself to where I'm creating something that isn't necessarily something that I was initially inspired by. And I want to grab a few of those and just create images around whatever presents to me. So YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, give me some ideas. And sometimes I'll start with like the image idea, and sometimes I start with the title idea. And then sometimes by the time I'm finished with it, I move on to a different title. So I like to kind of challenge myself a little bit in those ways. So yeah, it can be like the one that stood out to me from that group where these friends put things in, they all grabbed and they had to use a title, use that word or phrase as a title for their image. Is the phrase was like lactose intolerant, and she did this little girl with like an ice cream cone, and it was a cutesy kind of image. You'll see that most of my stuff centers around grief and death, and I have kind of a dark style. But it's not all. In fact, I have one image making the rounds in competition right now that is, actually, I don't know if you can see it down here. Here's part of it. I have really, really big news that is supposed to come out in December sometime. So I can't wait. I'm not good with secrets, so don't tell me any secrets. Sweet Hour of Prayer, Holding Keeley's Candles. This one made it through competition. Yes, I like that. Angels in the Outfield. Ooh, you know what? I like that a lot. When I was a kid, no, that was Field of Dreams. That's what I was thinking of. When I was a kid, we saw like the cornfield baseball field thing, but that was a different movie. But yeah, I like that. You could do, yeah. The gears are turning. Thank you. Okay, this is Holding Keeley's Candles. These are my children. And this was, I almost didn't enter this in competition. And It made it through to the top 32, which I found super shocking. I'll Fly Away. This was actually titled Break and Stitch. Home of the Unknown Soldier. Her Wings Unfold. This is one that was a little lighter. This is a client image she made it really easy because she was stunning and a dancer. But, we had to build a visual story around it too. The Good Fight, Messenger from Heaven, 21 Came Before Me. This is a client image as well. And there are tons of little Easter eggs throughout this image that judges just were never going to pick up on because it wasn't meant for them. It was meant for the family. These are my kids again. This is titled Hiraeth, which spiraled into an entire exhibition that I created of bereaved siblings and the child, this brother or sister that they lost. And then that child was built from the living siblings. So it opened a few years ago and it just closed. It just finished its exhibition tour last month. So all the families get to take those home now, finally. After a long time. Hello! And man, Twitch is bumping tonight. This is where the party's at. This is another from the Hiraeth series. This one I titled Caught Up just because Hiraeth images. And Hiraeth is a Welsh word for homesickness, for a place to which cannot return, a place that perhaps no longer exists. So that was the entire exhibition title, and the individual images didn't really have titles. So this was just kind of whatever. This is another one from that series. This, I don't think was part of it. This is Alone for the Holidays, created for competition, my dad in memory of my mom. This was another Hiraeth. This is one of the sillier ones that aren't really what I'm known for, but my kids have a way of bringing that out. And I've done a ton of podcast interviews lately. They're posted on Instagram. If you guys would give those a listen, I would so appreciate that. It's such a weird thing to get used to. That's what I like about Twitch. I like the feedback and like the chatting and stuff like that. Daughter of the King. I didn't use some of these. This is Numbered Days that really kind of skyrocketed a few years ago and made it. These are actually the kids that are in the Santa pictures that I'm working on. This is my brother's keeper. And The Artist's Daughter. I may redo this one of these days because I feel like it has a lot more potential than I tapped into when this was created, because it's 5 or 6 years old now. 7 Scoop Itch is another silly one that I'm not great at the silly ones, but it did well. But for as happy as I am with these images, this is Conversations with Our Ancestors. This was nominated for a Grand Imaging Award a couple years ago. These are my children and their namesakes. So these other images span about 120 years and composited together. That was before I was streaming. I actually really wish that was all on stream, because this was probably the image that has the single most hours into one image. This is Map of Courage. It's still making the rounds, and it made it through top 32 in IPC this year. Blush and Rouge, Where I First Saw the Light. Then Sings My Soul. And this is Troop of One, which is the image I showed you before that has a really big, exciting thing happening. And the ironic thing is that I have this huge thing happening with that I will tell you later, but this is also one that they specifically pointed out that they didn't like in my application for ASP, which was probably my biggest failure in a while, was not getting in there. I loved the paper, they loved the paper, and it was a cool process to write it, but it also made me realize that's maybe not the organization for me. But they specifically picked out this image that they didn't like, and that same week I got huge news about it. So it was interesting to get, because I got the news that I didn't make it first, and really frustrating. They said there was banding. There's not. I mean, I've got the print over here. They were like, it's just a little chaotic, and it just wasn't for them. But that actually won 3rd place in their image competition this year. ASP's image competition awarded it that trophy in the spring. And then in the summer, they were like, we changed our minds. We hate it now. So it just goes to show you that, like, the way an image scores in competition is only a score for that day, whether it's really good or really bad. Not to say there's not plenty you can change about it, but don't get too buried by the opinion of that moment. But it's interesting, after all of these years and lots of ups and lots of downs in image competition, that at this point in my career, it can be so divisive, one image. And it's kind of funny to me because I get very into, nope, I lost my fire. I get very into titles and storytelling. Like, visual storytelling is my jam. That is most of what makes me love what I do. And I learned a lot this year. I like this. Is there anybody that doesn't love this song? Any version, literally any version of it. I love it. Oh, why do you hate Christmas? Do you want me to change my music? I am ridiculous with Christmas. Do you want me to sing? That wouldn't help. We did go to state and ensemble my freshman year, so. Oh. It feels good to be streaming. I went a long while there. You know, sometimes for my exhibition work, I feel like it is a New Year's song. It's like there are only 2 New Year's songs. So we just start playing it now. And one of them may not be widely known, but it's from the movie Holiday Inn, which is my most favorite movie. And they have a New Year's song. So when I'm doing my exhibition work, which is a little moodier and, well, obviously it's a lot moodier than Santa. But I like to just put on music that, I'm listening right now to Epidemic Sound, which is really phenomenal music that's able to be streamed. That's true. That is a fact. He does judge children. You know what? They need it. They need it. I spent time in the mall this weekend. They need it. And actually, it was funny because we were actually there for a Pokemon tournament for my kids. But that's the first mall I've seen, like, in a long time that was, like, mall-like. Like, tons of people there. Hard to find a place to park. Felt like 1992, baby. I tell my children tales of the malls in the 90s. Kids have a moral compass, maybe. Except for the lying thing. But other than that, yeah, it's great. I have like rose-colored glasses about the malls now because I was a kid and I wasn't doing anything except probably being a pain in my mother's back. But, you know, like the big arcades and like just people everywhere. And my dad would sit in the car with his in the driver's seat with the seat reclined and listen to IU basketball on the radio and go to sleep until the battery in the car died, and then you have to get it jumped. Those are my mall Christmas shopping stories. But my mom was like, she was a woman on a mission. Like, you didn't get in her way in the mall. She was the sweetest woman in the universe. So peaceful. She smelled like cookies. She was like remarkably sweet. But when the woman was Christmas shopping, you move out of her way. Oh, thank you. I would have taken it that way regardless. That's how I survived the internet. Which ones? Because the Santa ones are definitely not my normal partay. These are the quickies. But I do all my editing online for competition, and that's and I would absolutely, that's kind of why I want. So I've got this notebook. I'll share my little notebook with you. And this one's almost full. I only have a few pages left, but all through the year, this is where if I see a title that I want to use, I've got like little sketches drawn out, little phrases that'll kind of jumpstart. And then I try to mark them down when I use them. But this is where I go when I need to create something or I want to create something and I don't have a specific idea in mind. And I haven't kept those over the years. I kind of wish I had the ones from a long time ago, but they've been used and set aside. And this one is almost done, but I need to create something. And that will definitely be shared on here. Oh my gosh. All my reminders. I am type A, in case that's not wildly obvious. But yeah. Okay, so the bottom, those are definitely, for the most part, competition images, and I shoot for the majority. Cool. We'll be here. I shoot one light. Sometimes I might use 2 or 3, but it's pretty rare. I like a good moody, dark, almost Renaissance style Rembrandt lighting with almost like a spotlight on my people. And I focus very heavily on visual storytelling. That's why I love competition so much, because it allows me the opportunity to create visual storytelling, and kind of, it's really like my therapy too. Let's see. So I'm really excited to get back into that on stream, and I have deadlines. That's one of my reminders, was I have some exhibitions coming up that, like, clock is ticking. And I just did that gross noise with my mouth where if I was listening to this, I would leave right now. So I'm sorry. Please don't go. Aw. So I think I am. Yes, I would be happy. I would be happy to. I actually travel all over the United States and teach workshops on visual storytelling and marketing for small businesses, particularly creatives, because creatives have a tendency to not want to market themselves, and we gotta make that cash, or we aren't gonna be able to create. And I have 1 degree in fine arts and I have 1 degree in marketing, and then I have masters in photography. So I'm a weird combo, but I'm like obsessed with all of it. I have an obsessive personality. But I think I'm on Discord, because I'm in Low Base's group, but like I'm never on it. So I should be. Get these out, and then so the senior that I have to oh, okay, well, to send me a thingy to it and I'll be there. I'm happy to. Yes, probably. That seems like me. Here, I'll open it up, and then I'll save it over here. Wait, where did that just go? There it is. It always opens it in the wrong... The thing that I don't use. I use Chrome for everything. Oh, look, there I am. Oh, we have to update our usernames. Okay. I'll just... Of course I'm human. Come on. Wait, it's asking me again. Now I'm like, am I? Oh, this is... I don't know. Is that... doesn't believe me that I'm not a robot. So far, I mean, the line gets more blurry every day. This sounds like music that we would play at our Barbie weddings. Okay, I've got to get these done so that I can get to the nitty-gritty. Because those another stunning senior, absolutely gorgeous clients. That sure makes it easier. But she's going to have her second part, so she'll get her whole gallery together. My Barbies and Kens I'm the youngest of 3 girls. That is scandalous. You know what? They didn't have a lot of... We did it mainly for the dress. We watched soap operas over my mom's shoulder, and I think that had a pretty major... That was a pretty major factor in how our Barbies carried themselves. It's not a compliment. Ah! Oh, a brother thrown in the mix. I feel like I would have liked to have had a brother. Especially when my sisters get on my nerves. And I'm like, I would have rather had a brother. I was the closest thing that my parents had to a boy. Aw. We gotta keep trucking. 14 years older than me, 12. Oh, okay. So there's a big gap there. So my kids, there's 11 years between the oldest and the youngest, but there are 6 kids. So they're all about every 2 years. Just about. So my oldest is 18, and then the baby is 7. Oh. Are you Midwestern? Oh. My sisters are 5 and 8 years older than me. And it's funny because it's so crazy. You grow up in the same house, the same parents, and the same environment, and can be so wildly different. And all 3 of us are wildly different. Uh-huh. 79, 81. Yes. Ooh, Colorado is beautiful. Yeah, 14 years is a long time. That is, because I feel like there's a pretty big age gap between my oldest sister and I, and it's 8 years. But it's like you're like almost a different generation. Husband's the oldest of 3 boys, 6.5 years apart intentionally. Wow. As a mom, I feel like that would be harder because just like when you get them a little bit autonomous and get out of the baby phase, like boom, here comes another. Because we were in the baby phase for so long. I was pregnant and or nursing, like overlapping for 14 years straight. And then, like, when we were done, we were done. Who's creeping around out there? Somebody need me? Huh? Oh, that's funny. So then how many kids do you guys have? Or do you have kids? My husband, we're estranged from his family, but he has a sister that's like 3 years younger than him. They were never ever close. But then he's got a brother that's 18 years younger than him. So they are literally a different generation. Oh, I'm sorry. That's so hard. Okay, let's go. I like it. I like February. So when would that put, how do the dates work out? Would it be 9 months from February? We need some September, baby. Yes, I like it. So we have 2 in April, 2 in July. Then me and one son are December. And then my husband is February. So with the youngest, I was like, we have to have a February baby. And she came on January 27th. So I was like, well, I guess we have to have 2 more. And he was like, yeah, absolutely not. Yeah. Yes. Mine's December 3rd and his is December 8th. And it's funny because he is my twin. Like, he's my carbon copy. Saying he's got the same attitude. He looks exactly like me. My husband the other day was like, he came out of the room with like wide eye. He was like, he acts just like you. He was like shell shocked. But it never bothered me to have a December birthday. I'm not one of those people that are like, like you get swallowed up by Christmas. No, baby. All the presents. Let's go. Yours is in June. Ah. Oh my gosh. So you guys are a June family. That's a good time of year to have. Yes. That's exactly when it'll happen. Our anniversary's in June. And we accidentally got married on my husband's cousin's birthday. And then she had her baby on the same day. So it's not June, it's just all... We have a lot of April birthdays. We've got one son and one daughter in April. My mom and her mom were all April. So just 5. I'm like distracted by the senior pictures. So I'm going to be back on probably tomorrow and Wednesday because I want to get those senior pictures done in preparation of. So normally the way my studio works, I've got a gorgeous little studio on the town square. I'm in my 13th year, 12th or 13th year. An aunt to 10. Yes, ball is safe. That is acceptable. New birthday time. We're pretty spread out. But it's like, then you can never be like, oh, wow. That's right, because of the age gap. Aw. So I'm the youngest of 3, like I said, and I have 6 kids, and each of my sisters have 2. So I had half of the grandkids for my parents, but they all came within 12 years of each other. So it was like boom, 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 boom. It was a lot of jockeying for attention. Three girls. Oldest sister has 2 boys and 2 girls, and there's a boy and a girl. Oh, wow. So you've got a good mix. I'm the 9th generation of 3 girls, and then I have the 3 girls, so they're the 10th generation. And then, of course, my boys, too, but apparently my family only worries about the girls. Oh, wow. So did you guys have a huge Thanksgiving? And we're like all the extended family, and it's just like chaos. And if there's like people that you don't like, there are enough people to kind of drown them out. I'm looking forward to that day. We aren't there yet. We had huge family. Oh, that's a good one. Holidays when I was little. I mean, hundreds. And it would last like 2 or 3 days because people would come and go. My grandmother was so hospitable and welcomed hundreds of people through for every holiday and for summer family reunions. And then when she died, that fell off. And then my mom died 5 years ago, and even like what was left of our family is like, I don't know. So my dad is doing his very best to keep everybody coming around, but we're in a place right now where like the next generation they're not bringing like, they're just starting to date even, so it's not like a serious thing yet. And we need them to start getting married and having kids, fill out those rosters again. Everybody lives in different states. Wisconsin, California, Utah, and Colorado. There's something to be said for that too. We live relatively close for now, but I think that's probably going to change pretty soon. And like I said, my oldest is 18 and getting into the serious girlfriend thing. Oh. Oh. I love that. You know what's funny? We lived in Chicago before we moved back here, and my mom truly is the reason we came back. She wanted us here so badly, and we set up shop here. And then after she died, it's kind of like, do we still want to live here? But now I've got my business. My business is Roots and Wings Photography, so I was gonna make a pun. But like our kids are settled here, so it's kind of a done deal for now. Nothing ever really is, though. If there's one thing I have accepted in my life, is that you can't really plan. So what do you photograph? Tell me about your business. We can vibe out to the most popular music right now. I think that's what it was. It's trending. Not really the same thing. It's trending though. Landscape and wildlife. Yes, I see a lot of competition exhibitions looking for landscape and wildlife type stuff. Okay. Hey, you gotta try it. You gotta know. I love the people aspect of it. I like hearing people's stories and then creating an image that like they see all the little secrets in it. That's like, that's my favorite thing in the world. Yes, that is wildlife, actually. I would put wedding photography in the wildlife category. I shot weddings from 2007 to 2015, and the first wedding that I turned down, the little heel click, nope, I don't shoot those anymore. You know, confetti, balloons. That being said, crazy special to be invited into somebody's day, and the weddings that I did shoot were incredible, but to leave those behind, I don't like shooting events for one thing. I'm too much of a control freak. I want to control the lighting and the angles and all that good stuff. But I just don't like events. And weddings are, I feel like you never get people at their best. Yeah. And for some reason, I thought that shooting weddings in the midst of being pregnant was a great idea. Well, it wasn't. And that was another reason that I was glad to move along. Oh my gosh, that smile. Got bad posture. I can feel it. Been married twice. Weddings were in different states, different photographers, and both. I guess so. How funny. But I tried for a long time. You know, I think when you first open up business and you're ready to make money, you'll specialize in whatever they need you to specialize in. And you have to try that stuff to know whether or not it's for you. Because if you look at it on paper, that's where the money is. So if you want to make a living, that's what you do. Well, there's a beautiful living outside of wedding photography, for one thing. And for another thing, the tremendous amount of work that goes into weddings, if you don't love them, it makes the money not seem like all that great. I'm almost done with this session, and then I can focus in the next day or two on this beautiful senior and her. I wish I would have edited these on stream, because I had a really cool male senior who was into his pictures. Like, he had ideas and he had a lot of cool hobbies. And I just was so, like, those ended up being overnight edits. So normally with my studio, if we shoot, like, if today's Monday, if we had a shoot on Monday, then usually, Thursday, I would bring them back in and they could see their gallery. So I have a quick turnaround time. And in the midst of this chaos, because I'm a soccer coach too. So this fall was one of the busiest with the studio. It was very busy with my undefeated season. And then I coached for 2 clubs. And then we're also opening another business. So this was like mass chaos, like absolutely ridiculous. And when I sat down to edit those pictures, it was like in the middle of the night when I'm never on stream. And like, you guys don't want to see me like that. Nobody wants to see me like that. I don't want to preserve me in my pajamas, makeupless, and tired. So Britney Spears memoir kept me company. And here we are. Oops, let's see. How many we got for them? Plenty. Her memoir was honestly, it was very sad. And like, you know, you just don't know. It's decidedly from her perspective, as memoirs are. But she seems like maybe there was a real slowdown in like her emotional growth. Like I feel bad for her. And it was not, I thought it would be kind of a light, easy read, you know, like nothing too heavy in there, but it feels heavy. I don't like reading fiction at all. I like biography and memoir is probably my favorite. And not usually that kind of a celebrity though. I like artist memoirs, and I like, you know, people that have had extraordinary things happen to them, like some of the 9/11 memoirs and those kinds of things. But people who seek out celebrity never really interest me, you know, as far as hearing their story, because they usually seem, I want really good writing. And for some reason, I found hers interesting because I was going through so many. Books and trying to try new genres and stuff. Because when I'm editing like really serious, heavy storytelling art, and I'm listening to really heavy, serious memoir, then it's like I need like a day to recover from all of that. Mystery and fantasy. I get stressed. I actually, here's another shameless plug, wrote 2 books, and one is getting ready to come out. And the song is cute that's playing. I'm gonna heart that. And it is a memoir on, it's grieving at the intersection of art and faith, and it's about my mother's death and my daughter's death, and, you know, all of the little moments in between. And it's weird because it was pretty therapeutic writing it, but now that it's time for other people to read it, like I've had beta readers read it, and my agent and publishers, like obviously those people have read it, but now that like somebody that I don't get a rebuttal to is gonna read it, it feels really weird. Yes, it's emotional. Yes. And you're like, did they write anything else? Do you know what I read? So my family went to Japan in August, and I took Joan Didion's book, Blue Nights, and it's about her daughter's death. I took that to read, and I read it in like 2 hours. And it was incredible. Such a good book. It's rare that I am so thoroughly moved. And I loved her book, The Year of Magical Thinking, too. That was about her husband's death. But it's not just focused on death. And that's what my book is looking at, too. Because it's easy to just think that's all it's about. But it's about all these thoughts that spiral through your mind when someone dies or is sick, or you're facing the idea that they might. And it was really fascinating. Low bass, how was your drive home? Tell us about it. Entertain us. Traffic. Was there ice? I was super duper excited to see ice this morning. What about Colorado? Did you get any snow yet this year? Send it my way. got really cold here last night, like in the 20s. So I don't know if that constitutes cold. Probably not in Colorado. I spoke in Colorado last November at a photo convention, but that was on business, so that was not as exciting as visual storytelling. I think that one was called Elevate. I want some snow. I'm so jealous. Oh, that's let's see what it is here. This is like cartoon music. 32. That's not bad. It was 28 this morning, and I didn't realize it was icy, and I took my dog out at like, it was a little before 5, and we just like skated across the deck. I've been digitizing my parents' video camera VHS tapes. And my sister had a lot of band concerts in there. And my dad, who doesn't really appreciate that I'm digitizing, he wants me to do it, but he's like, are those done yet? But you have to do them in real time. I think I might just hire somebody and just be like, yeah, I did it. It's done. But I was like, do you want these band concerts? Like, are you going to go watch my sister's band concert from 1989? You're going to watch all 4 hours of that? And he was like, yep. Sure am. So now, he better. That is it. Santa is done for the year. Round of applause for old Saint Nick. Ooh, what was your shoot on Saturday? Did that. he's generally he's a busy guy. That's right. Where is that mirrorless camera, Santa? Okay, now I have to delete a bunch of stuff out of my Dropbox and ship these because this is a barter. This one is a barter, not a real session. So that is it. And then tomorrow, should I come back, here's the senior that I'm photographing. She's adorable. And just absolutely as sweet as can be. So I'll come back and wrap these up. And we had a beautiful day. Look how warm it is. It makes me cold to think about not having shoes on right now. Or not shoes, but socks. Santa got me a mirrorless. Yeah, I was rude. Well, then I guess I'll just be naughty. All right. Maybe I'll do. Should I buy a lens or a camera body? I feel like a body. Because those duct tape lenses, maybe I'll just buy them both at the same time. Go big or go home. Okay, you know what? There are a few hours left in Cyber Monday, and maybe I will have an update tomorrow, just maybe, of a new camera. That's true. I do like to go big and go home. I don't know where else I would go after going big. Anywhere else would be weird. Thank you guys for coming to hang out. Catch me on Instagram and send me some random phrases that I'm going to create some images for, just as a kind of little creative exercise as I get into exhibition and competition creation season. Ray! How's it going, Ray? Just as I'm trying to duck out of here, everybody pops back on to say, hey. Oh my gosh. What? Not the gallbladder, not the yeet. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you feeling okay? I like that you yeeted it because that gave me a real strong visual. Oh my gosh. Speedy recovery to Ray, who is AKA the king of Instagram. And I'll be back probably tomorrow, definitely Wednesday. And I will see you guys there. Thank you so much for hanging out. Catch me on Instagram, catch me on YouTube, and catch me back here next time. Have a beautiful evening. Go heal. Go eat good snacks. And go chill. Thanks, guys. Bye.
That's why you my mommy.